Pass through Laporte, Colorado by the Rocky Mountains, and every now and then, a familiar wild call will let you know you're in wolf territory.
We're at the wolf sanctuary, and we're on 180 acres where we have 29 wolves and wolf dogs that have been captive born. We provide a lifelong sanctuary for them.
Wolves and humans have a long history with one another. New research published in science journal Current Biology offers evidence that Canis lupus familiaris, or man's best friend, may have branched off from its wolf ancestors roughly 35,000 years ago. Today, they share more than 99% of the same DNA. Dogs come in all breeds and sizes, but for some, a Labrador, Jack Russell, or Chihuahua just won't cut it. Enter the wolf dog.
And what I mean by wolf dog, it means that someone has bred a dog with a wolf. And when you get the wolf dogs, they're a mixed personality and you're not quite sure what you're going to get. Northern breeds such as Huskies, Malamutes, Alaskan sled dogs are the ones that they tend to breed with.
It's hard to say how many wolf dogs are out there, with content levels varying for each individual canine. The staff here estimates 150,000 to 250,000 wolf hybrids are bred in captivity every year in the US. But it's not long before most new wolf dog owners realize how different wolves and dogs really are.
These guys, they enjoy your company, but when they're done visiting with you, they're done. I mean, you have a great connection with them, but it's not the same thing as with a dog.
And therein lies the problem. People want the personality of a dog and the look of a wolf. But nature doesn't exactly work that way. Wolves don't obey commands like dogs do, and they can really do damage to a home.
When they're born, people will tend to take them away from their family when they're 5 days old and hope that they'll imprint on people when their eyes open, and they don't. And so what we do is we set them up to fail, and they're not able to be canines because they don't learn canine language. They're not able to be wild, put into the wild because they're not born into the wild. And they're failed miserably as companion animals by the age of 2.
Shelley says it's around that age that many are dumped at sanctuaries like W.O.L.F. With most shelters at capacity and unable to take on more, an estimated 90% of these majestic creatures are put down. The dedicated staff and hardworking volunteers on site would love to increase the sanctuary's occupancy, but until they can afford to acquire more land, their main concern has to be the wolves that already live here.
So we have, on average, half-acre enclosures for each group of 2 to 3 animals. It seems to be kind of the magic number for keeping that companionship, that need for familiarity and for comfort of companionship.
Before coming to W.O.L.F, Loki here lived his life on a chain, tied to a pole at a roadside tourist attraction in Alaska. His sad circumstances were shared by dozens of wolf hybrids, until the operation was investigated and shut down in 2011. Now in a better place, watching him and the others run and play, you get the feeling they're aware of how good they have it now, and who's responsible.
Headbutting, scent rubbing, kisses, really good at French kissing, so you have to be careful. How lucky am I to be here right now and having this wonderful animal just kind of look at me and trying to figure me out.
Being a hero for wolves isn't something most kids dream up. Fairy tales and folklore about the wolf are better known for inspiring nightmares.
Lycanthropes and Little Red Riding Hood or the Three Little Pigs, where wolves are always painted as a bad guy. So there's kind of a worldwide culture that sees wolves in a very negative light.
It's misconceptions and old legends like these that make it tough to rally support for wolf dogs and even wolves in the wild. But the truth is, we need them.
If we look at Yellowstone, it's an example of what happened when we took them out of their environment there as a keystone species. The ecology became unbalanced. We reintroduced them and things came back into balance and the environment became healthy. We need them back into our lives. We need to learn how to coexist with them.
We need to coexist, just not in the same house. Tens of thousands of years ago, humans forged a mutually symbiotic bond with wolves. As time goes on, it's important to remember where the relationship started, so we can continue to walk the path together.